When did wrestling kind of start making its way into the picture?
Oh, not I did the show at 28. Wrestling didn't come in the picture till 38, 10 years later.
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
after that first year of Gladiator, since the whole thing was if you won, you get to come back as a gladiator. Well, the creator, John Ferraro, and myself did not get along. So I wasn't offered a position. So I had a championship belt made. And for that next year, after Gladiators, I worked with about 10 different children's charities: cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, diabetes, Special Olympics. I was the DARE spokesman for the city of Fontana. I worked with the burn unit, so many charities, and I did it all free. I didn't charge them anything. All I said was, feed me. All I have to do is give me lunch. And I did that for a whole year.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And then Goldwyn found out. They called me one day and said, we heard you've been doing appearances as American Gladiator champion. I said, yeah, all charities. Well, we need to have the records because you went out in our name and you owe us 10% of whatever you made. And I went, oh, okay. She goes, well, when can you get those faxed over to us, the figures? I said, I can tell you right now. I said, what's 10% of nothing? And they go, what? I said, I didn't charge anybody. I did it all free. Click, there went the phone. But yeah, I couldn't believe that I got that phone call.
You had touched on the charities that you were working with earlier.
Hmm.
Was there a particular charity that you enjoyed working with the most? Any memories?
Oh,
That
yeah.
just really. What were some of those?
Special Olympics,
Special Olympics.
the track and field. I remember I was just maybe a few months into where I could say I was champion. The Orange County Register put me on the front page, color photo, did a whole write up on me of how I became champion because American Gladiators was huge. After the first season, when the second season hit, everybody was watching it. So I'm here at this track and field where I think we're in Santa Ana and the Special Olympic kids. And I show up in the outfit with my black champion, black champion belt. And this one young man kept wanting, I let him hold the belt, but he wanted it, and I said, wait a minute. I'll tell you what, at the end, you and I'll have 100-yard dash. And if you win, you get to hold the belt and take pictures with your friends. And his eyes wide. And he went around telling everybody. Well, one of the coordinators came up to me and says, so and so is saying that you're going. I said, yeah. I said, set it up. After everything's done, set up this 100-yard dash. And she goes, okay. So, and now everybody's lining the field. I mean, he's on one side, and then we start bang. So I start off running, and I get ahead of him, and then I let him get ahead of me, and then they're going, and I get ahead of him, and then he gets ahead of me, and I get ahead of him, and the crowd's going nuts, and I go, and then all of a sudden, and then he gets ahead of me, and he wins. And the Orange County Register caught a picture of me raising his hand, and him just his face tells it all. And I gave him the belt, and he went around because in Special Olympics everybody gets a hug, and he went around and he was king for a day, you know. And just to sit back and watch him with all his teammates and friends and family, the families didn't have a dry eye. I didn't have a dry eye. It just sat back and just watched the elation and the jubilation in this child was just awesome.
Yeah, just like a tear jerking moment. But
It was. I can't. Orange County put it on the front page. So
very heartwarming.
yeah.